Welcome, Sagittarius. Welcome to my subscribers. Welcome to any new subscribers. And I'd like to express my appreciation for those who have subscribed, for those who are liking the videos, for those who are sharing the videos, and for any of those who are tipping or donating. I appreciate each and every one of you. I send my love to each and every one of you. My name is Sandra, and I'm going to be doing the Sagittarius free general collective read for February of 2023. I am an intuitive card reader, which means I don't necessarily read by the book. I read by the energy of the cards and what channeled messages I receive at the beginning. I just feel like if we all read exactly from the book, all the card reads would be the same pretty much. I read tarot the same way. I know it irks some people, but I just feel like I go with the energies of the messages and the energies and messages that my spirit guides, my ancestors, and the Ascended Masters give to me. I feel like there's a reason I receive those messages, and how I read the cards is how that comes out. I'm also an automatic writer. So a lot of scribbling at the beginning. I get messages, words come to me, numbers come to me, sometimes letters, sometimes names. I write these things down at the bottom of the page, and then this is the channeled in message for each of these reads. This works better with collective reads, especially general collective reads, because there's so many different energies out there. Sometimes, especially since I'm new at collective reads, it's hard to pull them all apart. You know, there's so many different things trying to come in at one time. So this works a little better for me. Besides, it's one of my gifts, and this gives me an opportunity to use those gifts so that I don't lose them. Anything you need from me will be in the description box below. This includes the disclaimer for the channel and these readings, any content on this channel. It also includes information on how to book a personal reading if you'd like to do that. As I said, these readings are free. Personal readings are 30 minutes for $50 and 15 minutes for $25. All that information will be in the description box below, how to contact me and book one of those. Also, if you'd like to tip or donate to the channel, my Cashapp and my Venmo will also be in the description box below. I do not use PayPal anymore. I have my reasons for it, and I won't go into all that on here. But I do not use PayPal anymore. So I only use Cashapp and Venmo now. Take what resonates here and leave what doesn't. If this doesn't resonate with you, you may need to look at other signs readings in your chart. As I said, this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, Lilith, North Node, South Node, Midhaven, wherever you have Sagittarius highly aspected in your chart. Again, if this doesn't resonate with you and you don't know your birth chart, you can go into your browser and type in free astrological birth chart, and several different services will pop up. I imagine most of them are beautiful. I'm not affiliated with any of them at all. But you can type in your information there and get copies of your birth chart. Always use your insight and discernment when putting any of your information out on the web. As I said, I'm not affiliated with any of them. And I don't choose one over any other one at this point in time. With all that being said, I feel like we're ready to get started with your channeling and reading, Sagittarius. there's a Sagittarius or Sagittariuses who have a feeling of great accomplishment right now. Whether this is a real accomplishment or an imagined one, there is this feeling of great accomplishment. And whether it's real or imagined at this point, this is where we start taking things as they resonate. For each person, it's going to be different. Nobody's the same, and everybody has a different story. The 1 step forward and 2 steps back energy, there's no more of that. You're not standing for it. You're not having it. You don't want this anymore in your life. I feel like especially there are a lot of you who are dealing with childhood wounds, healing them, you know, kind of licking our wounds so we can move on or whatever. But I feel in the past for you, there was always that taking 1 step forward and then feeling like you were being pushed backward. And then it seemed like you weren't getting anywhere. But because of that, you've learned to make the best from even the most difficult of situations. You know, so even the hardest times for you, now are going to seem like a breeze because you've overcome the 1 step forward, 2 step back energy. You're learning how to make the best of whatever situation that you're in. Taking lemons and making lemonade, if you will. I feel like there's a particular Sagittarius, or a few in the universe right now, who are they're masters among apprentices. This means that they have by far achieved over what they ever thought that they could, or the people around them have done. And I feel like there's a huge energy of teaching others how to do the same. There's heavy leveling up energy. This is that master among apprentices thing. Like I said earlier, there is a lot of Sagittarian energy dealing with the inner child, healing childhood wounds, things that happened when you were small that could have caused issues when you got older. This is bringing the inner child. I've got inner child on fleek written down. So this is putting you and your inner child in a very positive space, a huge oneness, if you will. You become your own best friend because, well, some just don't get you. And they don't get it. You know, they don't get what you get. They don't understand in the same way that you understand. So you have a hard time dealing with people, other people around you, people in your environment. Like I said, they don't get you or they don't get it. And you're a lotus rising from the mud. Like, you're taking all these childhood wounds, you're healing them, and you're rising above the yuck. I mean, you're really blossoming. And the numbers that I got for you are 86, 25, 14, and 10. Now, these numbers can be birth dates, ages, addresses, phone numbers, lottery numbers, combinations. Take them how you will. They could even be angel numbers for you. And with all that being said, let's read some cards. A lot of times when I pull the cards, they just confirm what I have already channeled, but sometimes we get new information. I will be using the Fairies Oracle deck. This is my oldest deck. I've had it the longest. It was my very first one, and it was a gift. So I have little notes written on it and whatnot. Like I said, I'm an intuitive card reader. So these notes were when I first started, and I was still learning. I feel like, really, if you're going by intuition, there's really nothing to learn. Spirit leads you. That's where you get your information. So the cards are just a tool. I also am going to be using the Moon Oracle deck, which is my newest deck, also a gift. And the Earth Magic deck, that too was a gift. So let's get started pulling some cards. Ooh. Hope everyone has gotten a great start for the new year. We're moving on into February. So I hope everybody's had a great start. Spirit, what information can we get for Sagittarius, February 2023? Caitlin the Sylph. Highly intelligent, highly intuitive, woke. I don't like the definition that they're using for woke on the news and whatnot. My idea of woke is something totally different. I feel like you're quite awake and quite aware in this 3D world as well as 5D and above. You have your mental, your spiritual, and your intellect align. You're quick-witted, you're quick thinking, smart beyond your years. Ooh. Very open to ideas, I just heard. Very open to new ways, new thoughts. And new thoughts come to you. Things that don't come to other people sometimes. And I feel like some of you are quite misunderstood. What else do we have, please, Spirit? Whoa, that's way too many. What else do we have, please, Spirit? Oh, gosh, dang it. All right. The Guardian of the Gate. There's nothing that's not open to you anymore. You might even be in a different realm of gatekeeper yourself. I feel like you've had a new beginning, a new life, huge rebirth. Like I said, a master among apprentices, healing the inner child. You've done that, or you are doing that. You've learned to make the best of every situation. And because of the work that you've done in this life, like I said, new gates are open to you. Many gates are open to you. And as I said, some of you in other realms may be a gatekeeper yourself. Maybe even some of you in other realms who lead others to the next reality after this life, the next life. What else do we have, please, Spirit? I feel like somebody is so quick they can't hardly keep up with themselves as far as their own intellect, their own way of seeing things. They're so quick that they can almost not keep up with themselves. Collective of Pixies. come from a space where virtue wasn't as important as it is to you now. Now you feel a duty to help others stay on their path as well as stay on your own. Like I said, there aren't very many gates that aren't open to you. And some of you may even be gatekeepers in other realms. But I feel like because of what you've done, there's that duty, willingness. You want to help. And you're able to participate in this life, in this reality, as well as in others, if that makes any sense. While at the same time, and some of you are even quite aware of it. There are a lot of people who couldn't handle that. In fact, they've said many times certain spiritual people who get in those places, they call them mad, crazy. But I feel like you stay pretty spot on. Whoops. You're wanting to be a leader just by being, if that makes sense. What else do we have, please, Spirit? Ta'am the poet. Ta'am the poet. You gain clear sight. You're finding joy and laughter in places where you never did before. Any trouble that you used to get in as a youngin', it's behind you. You don't want any part of that anymore. You see yourself in a different light. Poetry, musings. I'm hearing musings, little quips, verses, poetry. For some, Sagittariuses, there's an erotic, heavy sexual energy. It's all in how you use it. There's definitely nothing wrong with this energy. In fact, it's a beautiful energy. You just got to know how to use it. And I feel like the Sagittarius I'm talking to right now knows exactly how. Yeah, himself. Understanding the laws of the universe, the laws of the multiverse. Understanding life force energy, chi, how it works. This says shamanic power, healing. Sometimes I see this card as someone needing that. I feel like in this case, the Sagittarius I'm speaking to at this time are the shamanic power, deep healers of themselves and of others. Here's the Moon Oracle. This is my newest deck. So this said shamanic power healing. A lot of times I look at that as someone needs that. But I feel like you have a total understanding of natural law, of the laws of the universe, the laws of the multiverse, the laws of above, below, inside, outside, upside down. This is why there's very few gates that are close to you. And new gates for you are opening all the time. And like I said, some of you are gatekeepers in other realms. What else do we have, please, Spirit? Whoa. Whoa. Confession. This could be confession to the inner child or the inner child to you. This could be a confession someone making to you or you making to someone. This could even be just a confession of all that you are, all that you have been ever in spirit realm. Confessing your truth. Somebody is so on it. And I feel like whoever helped teach them, they've risen even above that person. That's way too many. It's meant to come out, all those, they will eventually. With revision. You revised your story. You took what was your story. You decided you didn't like the way it was. You didn't like the way it went. Maybe that's the confession. You've confessed, you know, things that happened in the past. And the story that you were telling, or the story that was being told, or the story you were living, wasn't the story you wanted. So you revised it. You changed it. You may even be revising, if you're a gatekeeper in another realm, you may even be revising the ways to get into these gates. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but somebody I'm talking to does. This definitely could be something in your past that you really felt horrible about. Something that was hard for you to get past. I feel like you talked about it. There was definitely revisions made here. Hopefully no one tried to steal someone else's destiny. No one tried to steal yours and you didn't try to steal someone else's. There's a whole lot of that going on in this collective. I try to avoid all that energy. Let's try that again. Too many. There we go, that's one. Fortuna. You have gifts. I feel like some of you have gifts for spoken word, written word. Fortuna is the goddess of fortune, abundance, prosperity. I feel like I said, some of you may not be doing bad for yourself financially, but I feel like yeah, this could even be accomplishment, the great accomplishment that you feel because you've achieved so much. The people who know you, the people who knew you are blown away. That's what I'm hearing. This was not something they ever expected. You have far risen above anything anyone ever hoped for you, including yourself. What else, please, Spirit? Like I said, this isn't someone who needs a shaman in this reading. Not that I don't feel that at all. This is someone who is the shaman, who is the shamanic power, is the healing power. An understanding of all the natural laws of this realm, of all realms, the universal laws, the multiversal laws, earthly laws, starseed laws, achievement, great achievement. Again, I said this. Yeah, you've achieved this. You've achieved this ability by doing it for yourself, by far out you have gone far above what anyone ever expected. This is great achievement here. You know, like I said, sometimes I see that card as someone needing that, but in this case I feel that you have become that. It's great achievement. And like I said, whoever was helping you learn at the beginning, you've risen far above even them. What else do we have, please, Spirit? That wasn't good. They're all turning sideways on me. What else do we have, please, Spirit? We got two. The wheel. Fire, water, earth and air. The seasons, spring, summer, fall, winter. Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor like crazy right now. And this doesn't necessarily have to have anything to do with material abundance, although it may. The next thing we got is stone. Like I said, I read these cards different for every reading. I feel like you were able to read your own Akashic records. And this is on revision. You changed some things. You really went in and rewrote your own history. In this life and past lives, you really did. Like I always say, prophecy is not set in stone. It's just a warning until we don't do anything about it. And then it can become a reality. Have you noticed, like some believe that, you know, our house is our mind. And in one of the cards I have in this deck, it actually shows that. This is above that. So this has something to do, even with before you came here, it was written that you would do these things. Or maybe there were things written that you unwrote. Because there is revision. Maybe you rewrote your own karma. One more, please, Spirit. And I'm hearing John Lennon's song, I'm just sitting here watching the wheels go round, round. I can't sing, nobody wants to hear me sing. But that's what this is making me think of right now. I feel like, yeah, you're just watching the world go around you. You're participating in it. I feel like you're totally participating. But I feel like even in your participation in it, it can't touch you. Rebel. Again, rewrote something. Change your own destiny. This has been great achievement. It took a super rebelliousness. Wow. You went and created your own reality. This stuff was all written here. You revised it. You changed it around. Because it's not what you wanted, so you rebelled against it. You were like, I'm not accepting that for myself. I want better. You became this. And I feel with that without this rebel here, that little bit of rebellious spark in your personality, in your way of being, I don't think you would have ever. You were not okay just to sit back and allow karma to kick your ass lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And I feel like somebody said, fuck this. Fuck this. And went in and redid it all. And for some reason, I feel like I'm talking to a masculine Sagittarius or a true masculine. I mean, it could be any sign, but that's the energy I'm feeling right now. What advice do we have for Sagittarius, please, Spirit? Rebirth. I feel like even though you're Sagittarius, your life, even now, is, I mean, in your past life, in the past, before you hit to this point, it was rebirth after rebirth after rebirth after rebirth. And I feel like because you didn't settle for stuff, you're still having rebirth after rebirth after rebirth after rebirth. There are very few gates that aren't open to you. You're able to come and go in all the realms pretty much as you please. There's only a few gates that you cannot enter. And I feel like you're not accepting that as a reality either. So the rebirths will continue, I feel like. You know, she's got a rabbit here, butterfly, transformation. Rabbits, they multiply like crazy. Generations. Not only are you doing this for you, Sagittarius, but you are healing your ancestral lines, your ancestral lineage. And I'm being told that if you're not connected to your ancestors, to get connected to them, because this process, what you've been doing alone, or what you think has been alone, they've been helping you. And if you ask, they will help you even more. Oh my God, you cannot make this shit up. Lotus flower, unfoldment. I said the lotus rising from the mud. And that's the card that fell out. So, I mean, and this was supposed to be advice. Keep doing what you're doing. The rebirths are happening. I feel like this could even be from past lives. You rebirth into this life to change all these things because of past life mistakes, past life, whatever. Generations of it. So now you've got to connect with your ancestors, or you have been, because you're healing it for whole bloodline here. And you rose from the mud like a lotus. You're unfolding to all that is. You're blossoming into a new man, a new woman. Yeah. The first thing I channeled was a feeling of great accomplishment. And that for some, this would be false accomplishment. And for some, it would be very real. I feel like this reading was for those who are having a real feeling of accomplishment. Because this here, that's incredible. Especially with the energy that I'm getting and some of the things that I'm seeing. From past lives, from childhood, things from trauma to just ornery adolescence. I mean, just, wow. You've overcome so much, and you've done so much changing in this life, and you've rewritten your whole, you may have even rewritten your whole DNA. And just, wow, Sagittarius. Be blessed. And, man, I hope February finds you amazing. I hope you have a wonderful and incredible February. This is all I have for you. I'll be talking with you again soon. Peace, love, and light.